Good afternoon. This is Greg Karch from Learn to Fish with Us. And I'm answering some questions that we had to our website that asked us, okay, if you were to recommend, what additional equipment would you want when you're ice fishing? We had a segment where we talked about what are the basics that you really need to get ice fishing. And this was, this is going to address what additional equipment would I go beyond the beginning equipment. So first of all, as you can see, I had a Frable shanty, and it's a flip over shanty, one person. What I like about this is it allows me to get out of the elements. It allows me to also, by using this bracket, I can protect myself from the wind. So if I want to stay out and fish with my longer rods, or if I just want to be outside because it's nice, but I want to be protected from the wind, I can actually do this. The other nice thing about this flip over shanty, it also converts into a sled. So all my equipment, I have plenty of room in here to actually get all my equipment stored in here. So that is the one nice thing about having a flip over shanty. Next thing I would recommend is, I definitely recommend, we're going to talk about this in another segment. We'll actually go through my tackle box, but it's actually nice to have a tackle box that has all your jigs, all your spoons, and any other equipment you're going to use when ice fishing. I'd have a rod holder, because then I can actually protect all my rods in here, because this is padded. What I can do is throw all my rods in here, and we spend a lot of money on our equipment. Oh, we'll have to go take care of that. So the next thing I definitely recommend here is also, if you're not going to have a shanty, it's have a bucket. But not only that, have a tall bucket, and this has got a padding to it. The other nice thing, it converts actually into a bait bucket. So I got an insulated portion, and when I'm using minnows, I can use that. So this basically I use when I'm fishing deeper water. It's a locator, but it's a flasher unit. So I can actually watch this screen right here, and I can tell when fish are there. And I can also, this will zoom in the color. So if I get my bait down there, it'll be one color. And as a fish zooms in on that bait, it'll actually turn to a bold red color. So having a flasher unit, very important. And now they're getting great with LCD units and everything. Another nice to have, an underwater camera. This is Aquaview's underwater camera. And what it does, believe it or not, something this small, and what I can do is see what's down below by the camera, and I can also record this. So it'll actually record right onto this drive. I then put a slot into here to my computer. I can actually take all the footage that I was recording from that day and actually put it and make a video out of it. So having an underwater camera is very nice. You know there's fish around. With the graph, you know there's fish around, but you don't know what the species is. With the camera, it allows me to know what is the species. Another important aspect when you're ice fishing is keeping warm. So, having a nice little heater, and these things are so simple in starting. I mean, all you do is come in here, press it down. We have a pilot light running. And then eventually it warms up and it'll turn on. That's how easy these heaters are, and they're relatively safe. Everything around here is going to stay cool. So if you're in a shanty, you won't have to worry. You just got to worry about the front end of it. Have a spare tank of propane. And finally, in the state of Wisconsin, we're able to fish with 3 lines. So typically, I'm out jigging with 1 rod, maybe 2 rods. But what you could do is you could set up a tip-up out there, and it's like having another rod. So all you'll do is set this tip up, set it to the appropriate depth, and we actually do have a video on our website, learn2fishwithus.com, that actually talks about everything about setting a tip-up to what happens after the tip-up goes up. So check out that video. So basically, this is all the extra stuff that I'd have when ice fishing. So we're going to have a segment also that's going to go and review my tackle box, but also check out all my other ice fishing videos that talk about safety. They talk about the basics, basic equipment, and talk about tip-ups. If you have any other questions, always send us an email, go out to our website, send us a comment, and we'll answer your questions.